popular. Joining us now is Mike Davis regarding some breaking news about Michael Cohen, who's been caught lying again. And he's been spending a lot of time on TikTok doing weird stuff there. Mike Davis joins the program. Mike, walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like Michael Cohen is an utter train wreck for this Soros-funded Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg. Not only is he a convicted serial perjurer, a disbarred attorney, a convicted felon, now we're learning he may have stolen money. I mean, from President Trump, his client. This just goes from very bad to very worse for this prosecution. Unfortunately, Charlie, this process is so rigged in New York with this Soros-funded Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg, campaigning on the fact that he's going to get Trump. He brought in Matthew Colangelo, this number 3 senior political appointee in the Biden Justice Department, a former Obama political operative, a former DNC political consultant. They're in front of this Democrat Manhattan judge, Juan Merchan, who donated to Biden and another anti-Trump cause in 2020, which got him admonished by the judicial council in New York. More problematically, his adult daughter, Lauren Merchan, is raising millions of dollars off of this unprecedented criminal prosecution of a former and likely future president. That requires Judge Merchan's recusal under New York statute. He didn't recuse. Instead, he punished Trump by expanding the gag order. President Trump can't even mention Colangelo or Lauren Merchan. Trump can't respond to Stormy Daniels, this porn star who's changed her story several times and is cashing in on this criminal trial with her pinned tweet, her pinned porn site on Twitter. And then you have Michael Cohen, who's cashing in on TikTok. Trump can't even talk about the fact that this jury pool voted 87% for Biden. That will get Trump thrown in jail, according to this unconstitutional gag order. And then on top of that, not only is the jury pool 87% for Biden, Colangelo and Bragg and Judge Merchan took the next step of weeding out the very few people in Manhattan who follow Trump on social media, but they didn't weed out the people who follow Biden on social media. So even though this is a completely BS case against Trump, they haven't even told Trump what the legal allegations are against him in week 5 of this trial. How can a criminal defendant defend himself in a criminal trial if he doesn't even know what the legal allegations are? They haven't told Trump what the legal allegations are. But even with this worst case imaginable for these Democrats, I still think this biased, rigged jury is going to find Trump guilty, and this corrupt judge is going to convict him and try to put him in prison.
So Mike, help me understand this. And I was trying to explain this to a friend on the phone the other day. What is the crime exactly? Because the crime, they can't even specify for it to come up to this level. I know it's a silly question, but Mike Davis, what is the crime here?
Well, the crime, according to these Biden Democrats, is Trump is running for president again in 2024. But they came up with this convoluted legal argument. They're saying that President Trump had some sort of an encounter with Stormy Daniels back in 2006, but Stormy Daniels can't remember because she blacked out. I mean, she's a porn star, but somehow she blacked out with an encounter for President Trump because it was so unusual for her, which is just total nonsense. So she had this encounter in 2006. Then in 2017, Michael Cohen, who was Trump's attorney at the time, settled her nuisance claim in 2017, and Trump put it in his private books in 2017 as a legal expense. Somehow that 2017 booking of that legal expense in Trump's private books was somehow a campaign finance violation, because somehow in 2017 it influenced the campaign in 2016. And even though that would have been at best a bookkeeping misdemeanor, it's not a bookkeeping misdemeanor. But they're trying to say that a lawyer settling a nuisance claim is not a legal expense. I've been a lawyer for nearly 20 years. I don't know what else you would call it, but let's just play along with their BS theory. At best, that would be a bookkeeping misdemeanor in New York. It's not even a bookkeeping misdemeanor. It's a legal expense, and it's in Trump's private books, not his business books. But then they're trying to say that because there was another crime that they haven't specified yet that those misdemeanors from 2017, where the statute of limitations has long since passed, so they're time barred, somehow have morphed into 34 felonies under New York statute. The zombie case has morphed into 34 felonies. This is a zombie case that was passed over by the prior Manhattan DA, Cy Vance, the Manhattan U.S. Attorney, the Federal Election Commission, and Alvin Bragg himself, who campaigned on getting Trump. Alvin Bragg didn't even bring these charges, even though he campaigned on getting Trump, until Matthew Colangelo got deployed from the Biden Justice Department to bring this zombie case. So now we have 34 felonies against Trump, the first criminal charges ever against a former president. They waited 7 years to bring these, and they waited till the middle of the presidential campaign season. So Trump is stuck in a courtroom in New York for 2 months instead of on the campaign trail because President Biden can't walk up and down Air Force One stairs.
So Mike, I don't think this is working for them in the public eye. It doesn't seem as if this is popular. It seems that people can't track it. In fact, Trump is only getting more popular. He's getting even more appeal and a bigger following because of all of this. Can you also just add some detail? I was told that the prosecution, the witnesses that they called to the stand, it did not go very well for them at all. Can you just give us an update on kind of how they even think this is going? And by the way, I'm told that summation arguments are not going to begin until next week. Is that correct?
That sounds right. I think they're trying to drag this out as long as they can because they thought that getting Trump stuck in this dingy Manhattan courtroom would be good politically for Biden. But as you said, Charlie, this is backfiring, and it's backfiring because the American people understand that this is a BS case, and this is what you do in third world Marxist hellholes like Zimbabwe. You don't do this in the United States. You don't have these Democrat prosecutors and judges and witnesses in these Democrat hellholes of New York, D.C., and Atlanta pick our next president. The American people pick the next president, and I think the American people are very angry what is happening, particularly among young black males, right, where you're seeing President Biden's support among that key constituency that generally votes 95% for Democrat. The floor is falling out for Joe Biden. And I think this lawfare is a big part of it, right? And so look what we have for these witnesses. Who are their key witnesses? You have Stormy Daniels, a porn star, right, who's a bimbo porn star who has changed her story several times. She wrote a letter in 2018 saying this didn't happen. And then she testified on the stand that she hated President Trump. I mean, you can't get a worse witness. Someone who's changed her story several times, testified that she has a motive because she hates President Trump, and she's making money by peddling her porn site on Twitter as we speak. Then we have Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen, again, disbarred attorney, disgraced, serial perjurer, convicted felon. Now we're learning that he embezzled from Trump or stole from Trump, and he's changed his story several times. He hates Trump. He's trying to make money off of Trump, and maybe he has a motive to lie as well, because not only does he hate Trump, there was also pressure on him that apparently this prosecutor in Manhattan or the U.S. Attorney's Office was going to go after not only Michael Cohen, but his family, his spouse, for potential crimes. And so Michael Cohen has the incentive to play ball. This is a bogus trial. This is a completely bogus trial because at the end of the day, it's not a crime for a businessman to settle a nuisance claim with a non-disclosure agreement or hush money or whatever you want to call it. That happens routinely. I would be in prison right now for aiding and abetting a crime if that were illegal.
Got to go. Mike Davis, excellent work. Come on again soon. Article 3 Project, thank you so much.
Thank you.